Welcome everybody to the very first episode of Spicochist Blends here on the channel. Spicochist here, of course. And if this setup looks pretty familiar, it probably should, especially if you subscribe to Cult Moo and their Drink of Destiny series, well known on their channel. Be sure to click the link in the description, sub to Cult Moo, heck, sub to Reckless Eating, because I'm using a blender as well. They had a blender series way back in the day that they'll sporadically do now, I believe. Click the link in the description to check them out. So the concept of this game, since I want another game on this channel, is part blender, part Drink of Destiny, and part Cards of Torture. Because now we're really taking more of the Drink of Destiny series with the 3 rounds, 3 specific sets of items that you can choose from. You have a base, you have an add-on, and then you have a spice round at the end in my book. So as you can see, very similar setup to the Drink of Destiny series, but we're using only 3 items per round instead of 4. I'm also using, like Cards of Torture, using that deck of cards again, but I'm only using 3 suits instead of the full 4 suits. Took the diamonds out because I figured the other suits had a more unique shape to them that you'd be able to easily discern when I reveal them to you each round. As usual, folks, I love these types of games because there is absolutely no way to know what I'm going to be drinking at the end. So without further ado, let's get this going. So I've decided to do 3 consecutive pulls pretty much all in a row because I don't want people thinking that I rigged the deck or otherwise influenced the pulls in any way, shape, or form. As in Cards of Torture, it's going to come straight from the top. For the first round, it's the base. If I get a club, it'll be orange juice. If it's a heart, it'll be apple juice. And if it's a spade, it's going to be the sports drink. So what do I pick here today? It is a heart, therefore I get Capri Sun apple juice. Alright, next pull is the add-on. Note I did not put that back in there. If it's a club, again, roasted salted soybeans. I have no idea why I had this, but it's from a local Albertsons here in the Northwest. If it's another heart, hey, peanut butter roundels. Really good stuff, actually. Think Reese's Peanut Butter Cup form. This is awesome stuff. You can see I've already eaten some down the way. And if it's a spade, dill pickle chips. I don't know how that's going to go with apple juice, but here we go. What do I get? Hey, it looks like I'm going to find out with the dill pickle chips. So finally, the spice. Club will get me Cajun seasoning. Heart will get me Montreal steak seasoning. And a spade would get me maple habanero sugar. Now that one would be pretty unique. What do I get? Looks like I'm going to get some maple habanero sugar. Let's assemble. Somehow, some way I knew I was going to get apple juice because I happen to have a pair of scissors here with me. Because Lord knows I'm not going to be poking this straw through this bag and extracting the juice that way. It's going to take 10,000 years to do so. So we're going to cut it open and get it out that way, and that's not very much at all. In fact, that's so disappointing. I'm going to add the orange juice just because. I'm calling it audible. I'm so calling audible on this. That 6 ounces my freaking butt, man. Jeez. Minute Maid, come to the rescue. I want to at least get to about, somewhere about there, somewhere around there. That'd be good enough. I want to have at least a little bit to blend up here. So now let's get some of this. Dill pickle chips. It just smells like regular Lay's to start with. It's fine. It's dill pickles all right. And we're tossing them in. Maybe 4 or 5 of them, I guess. Maybe another one. On the fly, thinking, here we go. Habanero maple sugar. We saw it actually did coffee. Spoiler alert for that one if you watched that one a few weeks ago. We're going to add a little bit in there. And then let's just put the top on. It's one of these. When you screw the top on, you invert it. And we see what happens. Oh geez, this may or may not turn out so well. Let's see how this blends up. I feel like a mad scientist. Oh, good God, man. Well, it looks like pineapple juice now. So I just have to think it's pineapple juice, right? Oh my. Well, it's not so bad after all. It feels just like a smoothie. But I think we need to add some more of this. Need to add a little bit more of this, right? Make it a little spicier. It splashed all over me, but I don't care, I'll wear it. Tropical, which is great. It's got a nice little kick on the back of the throat. I think I'm wearing some of this, a little bit got on me. Quite frankly, this is one of the better combinations I could have hoped for. It could have been way, way worse. Could have had different stuff in there that wouldn't have gone so well. Overall, folks, pretty tasty for a first go around, but future episodes may not be so kind. So folks, other options I had in this game were to reintroduce the jokers down the way at some point in the rounds, and it would have the same effect as if I were playing Cards of Torture. I would have to put all 3 items in that round into the mix. So let me know down in the comments if that would spice the game up even more for you. What other additions or tweaks would you do to this game to make it a little more enjoyable, maybe a little bit more, dare I say, sucky for me. That's all folks for this episode of Spicochist Blends. Embrace that pain, and I'll see you in the next video.